Hello everybody, welcome to physics class. In this session, we are going to discussing applications of refraction and relation between apparent depth and real depth with respect to refractive index. So here now, in diffraction of light at plane surface, first of all we should know about the refraction. What is mean that refraction? The light is entering from one optical medium to another optical medium, it change its path is called refraction. What are the applications in our daily life related to the refraction? Simply, we are taking an opaque container and there is a coin at the bottom of the opaque container. Then if you are trying to see the coin from this place, then we did not find the coin. Then we cannot see the coin. If the light rays are reaching to the coin, then only we can see them. Whatever the rays are there, they are not able to reach into our eye. So we are taking from this part or else from here and this. So it is empty in this situation. We are not taking water into the container. It is just simply from here onwards we are observing. But the rays are reaching to our eye, then we can see that's any object it is. But no rays are reaching to our eye, so we cannot see the coin, whatever it is there. But take some water in the container. When you are taking some water in the container, then you can see the coin. The coin can visible. So why? Because the coin appears to be raised here, and the light rays will bend and travel and reach it to our eye. Then we can see the coin, and they will reach it to here to here. They'll come like this, and they goes away from the normal, and the person can see from here. If no water is there, we cannot see. But taking some water in the coin, you can see it is. That is because of refraction. And next one, twinkling of stars. Twinkling of stars because of atmospheric refraction. So what is mean that atmospheric refraction? In our atmosphere, that even though on around the surface of the earth there is an atmosphere. Atmosphere also having the density is nothing but we can consider it as somewhat denser medium compared to space. And now the density of the atmosphere is different at different places. Like this is the earth, if you are taking whatever the atmosphere is there very close to the surface of the earth, it is having more density. That means that become as a, if you are imagining that atmosphere like a layers, and when you are going away from the surface of the earth, then density will decrease. So that means that become as a rarer medium. This is the rarer medium with respect to this layer, and this is the rarer medium with respect to this layer. Like that means atmosphere doesn't have uniform density. It's having density is different. That means we cannot say that is a rarer medium or else denser medium it is. So when the whatever the light rays are reaching from stars, they enter into the atmosphere. So first of all they will be incident over there like this it is. So light rays are entering from space to atmosphere, and this layer having somewhat density is nothing but a denser medium, that is. So here they will bend like this, and one more time they are entering from this layer to this layer, means they'll come like this, and finally they'll come like this. So actually we feel that we are seeing the stars somewhere in this position. This is the actual position of the stars. And now because of non-uniform density of the atmosphere, the density also changes here and here everywhere. The medium also sometimes become as a rarer medium, and sometimes the same medium will be act as denser medium. So because of that, the sun appears to the stars appears to be here or here, somewhere it appears to be displaced. Stars appears to be get displaced. It is because of atmospheric refraction. Is nothing but this is the application for refraction of light. And next one is sunrise and sunset also. What about the sunrise and sunset? Even that also related to this one. this is earth if you are taking. Now this is the origin of the earth, and now we are here, we are observing from here. Yes. Actually the sun is below the horizon only, here it will be there, but before sunset only we can see the sun. It is because of, we cannot, actually we are seeing the sun because of atmospheric refraction. Before sunrise only we are seeing the sun. Whatever the rays are coming and entering into the atmosphere, so they move like this, like this, like this, and finally they reach. But we feel that the sun is here. This, we feel that the sun is above the horizon, but actually the sun is below the horizon only. In the same manner, is almost 2 minutes early we see the sun before sunrise, as well as early lately we see the sun before 2 minutes. Lately means in the sense already sun is set off or went off, also we'll see the sun. It is actually here 2 minutes, here 2 minutes, so that is 4 minutes we'll see the sun, even if we did not see the sun also. But actually this is because of atmospheric refraction it is, and the sunset and sunrise appears because of sunset and sunrise, that is nothing but because of atmospheric refraction. The next one, a fisherman. If you are taking the fishing, at the time of fishing also we'll see the thing is a refraction. How it will be means, if anybody is observing the fish in a water, in a river or somewhere it is, how the spear fisherman catch the fish means, this is the position of the fish. If the person is seeing this is the position of the fish, if this is the position of the fish, he feels that this is the position of the fish, and he try to catch it with a stick, then he get failed. If he see this is the fish, means the fish, that is not actual position. He feels that the fish is here, but here the fish will be there. This is actual position of the fish, but he feels that this is the image of the fish. And when you see, so light rays are traveling from water to air, they bend and travel this. He feels that the fish is here, and he tried to catch it, then he cannot. So that's why he has to aim the fish, whatever the fish he is seeing. Fish he is seeing, below that he should aim it is. That is nothing but this is the image of this fish. This is the original fish, and this is the image of the fish. It appears to be raised it is, but actually it is down only. He has to hit, or else he had to aim the fish in this direction, then only he can get it. Whatever the fish he is seeing, just below that he has to aim to catch the fish. And now what is the relation between refractive index and apparent depth and real depth as well as? So apparent depth and real depth. For that you are taking a coin in a container or else in a vessel. So this is the surface of the water, and now we are taking a coin at the bottom of the container. So this is the position of the so this is the position of the coin. Now a person is watching from here it is. So whatever the rays are, normally if they are traveling means they won't bend. This is the straight path of the light rays. Now if you want to see the coin, they'll come like this till here, and now they'll bend like this. Why? Because the light rays, whatever the object you are seeing, they should reach it to our eye, then only we can see. If the light rays does not reach it to our eye, then we cannot see the object. Now the light rays will be travel at the surface interface of the two media till here like this, but here onwards they will be changed. Why? Because light rays are entering from denser medium to rarer medium, then the refracted ray goes away from the normal. So this is the normal. And now, but the person feels that the object is at this position. The coin is, original position of the coin is at this place, but he feels that the coin appears to be at this place. This is object, and he feels that the image of the object over here is. And this point I am taking as A, and this one I am taking as C. So, and the water refractive index is n1, or else mu you can take it is, and the medium refractive index, and the light rays are entering from denser to rarer like air medium, so that refractive index n1 is equals to 1, and here I am taking that n2 is equals to mu. And now, but actually the coin appears to be this place. It is original place of the coin is here. When we are seeing with water, the image of the coin appears to be here, means this is raising this much height. It is means this is the original height of the object, but this is the apparent height of the object. Means this, we feel that the object is at this much depth inside the water, but this is this much depth inside the water. AO is the original depth and AI is the imaginary depth. Okay, so now here we'll find what is the relation between refractive index, apparent depth and real depth. Original depth in the sense that we can take it is real depth. Now here apply the Snell's law, and one more thing, what is the angle is there between incident ray to the normal is called angle of incident. Whatever the angle is there between these two, refracted ray to the normal is called angle of refraction. Angle of incident, angle of refraction. Here, if you are seeing these two are like normals only, and they are parallel to each other. So from this one, whatever the angle is there here, same angle will be there for this one. These two are opposite interior angles. So opposite interior angles are equal. So here if it is I, then this is also I. Next one, and whatever the angle here, and same angle will be there, and these two also opposite interior angles. So here this opposite interior angles. Now these two are opposite interior angles and these two parallel lines. So here whatever angle is there, same angle will be there over there also. Here and here are seen R. Apply Snell's law. We know one thing, that Snell's law, n1 sine I is equals to n2 sine R is the Snell's law. n1 refractive index of the first medium, n2 is the refractive index of the second medium. Second medium, right? Yes, n2 is equals to 1. And this is first medium. That is nothing but light rays are traveling from denser to rarer, no? So this is the first medium, this is the second medium. Now take it n1. n1 is nothing but mu, and the sine I is equals to n2. n2 value, air around the water. Air is there. Air refractive index is 1. Nothing but just simply we can write as sine R. Mu is equals to sine R by sine I. Now, so here you have to know one thing, that is, you see here those angles I and are very very small. When you are taking those angles are very small, then sine I becomes as tan I, that equal to tan I is nothing but AC. Tan I means opposite side by adjacent side. So tan I is equals to AC by AO. AC by AO. And what about sine R? That also we'll see over here. Sine R is equals to opposite side by sine R is nothing but, you can take it is very very small angle. Then if you are taking the small angles, then at that time sine R is equals to tan R is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse. That is AC by AI. AC by AI. Substitute these two values in this equation, then mu is equals to sine R. What did you get here? Sine R means AC by AI by sine I. AC by AO. So here AC are going to get cancelled. Then we will get that AO goes to numerator and AI be in denominator. So mu is equals to AO. AO, what is mean that AO? AO means from here to here. This is a real depth of the object. So simply we can write as real depth by AI. AI is nothing but it appears to be the coin appears to be raised to this point. So AI is nothing but apparent depth. So this is the relation between real depth, apparent depth, and the refractive index. Mu is equals to real depth by apparent depth. If you want to find the real depth, then multiply the refractive index with apparent depth, then we'll get. Or else, if you want to get the apparent depth, then real depth by refractive index gives the apparent depth. So when object is in denser medium, we can take it this one as like this. This is the relation between real depth, apparent depth, and the refractive index. Okay, thank you.